Hi you guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Patience. To my existing subscribers, welcome back. If this is your first time here, be sure to click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can continue to indulge in the Haute Bella experience. My face has been prepped. I toned my face with my Mario Badescu Aloe and Herb Facial Spray. I also used the Fresh Black Tea Kombucha Facial Essence. Then I followed up with my Tatcha Water Cream, and I primed my face with my Forsali Skin Tone Blur. I already have my eyebrows done as well. I'm trying a new product on my eyebrows today, so if you guys would like to know more about that, be sure to check out my video where I'm talking about the Tat Brow that I used on my eyebrows today. I'm going into the Safari Raine eyeshadow palette. I'm going to use this shade right here. This shade is called Lioness, and I'm going to use this as my brow bone highlight. I'm using just a little bit of this because this is definitely high shine. I am going to use this shade right here. This shade is called Clay, and I'm going to use this as my transition shade. I'm now going to use this shade right here. This shade is called Congo Basin, and I'm going to add this shade into my crease area. I'm now going to use this shade right here. This shade is called Green Valley, and I'm not going to carve out my lids or anything like that. I'm just going to go in straight away with this shade, and I'm going to start with the inner corner and work this out towards the outer end of where I have applied the Congo Basin. I'm also starting off using this shade Dry. Ooh, and she does not need any help. Wow, I forgot how pretty this palette is. It's a gorgeous palette. I'm going to go back into Congo Basin once again, and I'm going to do a little bit more blending here on the outer edges just to blend the Congo Basin and the Green Valley in together, just to make it a little bit smoother on the edges here. And I'm going to stick with this color, Congo Basin here. I'm just going to switch out and use a smaller brush. I'm just going to swap out and use this smaller blending brush from Sigma. I'm going to go back into the Congo Basin once again, and I'm going to add just a little bit more definition in this area. You guys know how I do this. I like the way this has turned out. The Safari Raine palette from Colored Raine is still one of my favorite palettes from Colored Raine. It's a beautiful palette, but I'm going to go ahead and add my liner and my lashes, and I'll be right back. I have lined my waterline using my Inglot gel eyeliner in 94. The color number is 94. This is a beautiful champagne color. So instead of using my black gel eyeliner as I normally would, or a brown gel eyeliner, I've decided to go back into the Safari Raine palette. This shade is called Matriarch, and I'm going to line my lash line with this eyeshadow instead. I think this is going to be really pretty, and I think it'll give it a nice smudged type look. So we're going to try it. I'm using an angled brush from Bdellium Tools. Picked this up a little while ago at one of the makeup shows, and I'm just kind of stamping this in place for right now. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to smudge it out, but I just want to get this right on this lash line. This angled brush really makes this easy. Take this small pointed blending brush, and I am just going to gently just kind of smudge this in. Not too much because I don't want to take it away, but just a little. So my eyes are done, my liner and my lashes have been done as well, and I'm liking how things are shaping up. So I'm going to move on to my complexion, and I'm going to be using Juvia's Place for my complexion today. I'm going to start off by using 2 of the concealers from Juvia's Place. These are in the shades 12 and 15. So I'm going to use these under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, all the areas that I want to highlight, and then I'm going to use this shade right here. This is the shade number 6, and I'm going to use this to do some cream contouring, and I'm going to also use the Juvia's Place foundation. I am in the shade Somalia, and I will use this foundation in today's look. I'm jumping ahead of myself. I've got to do some color correcting first. So I'm going to use my Tatcha Pearl in Candlelight under my eye, and I'm going to use my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer in SX14 to color correct around my mouth. Color correcting is done. Now I'm ready to start using my concealer. I'm using the lightest shade first. This is pretty bright, so I'm going to go in with the shade 15 in this concealer from Juvia's Place. And I'm just going to add a little bit more warmth to this. I want the brightening effect, but I don't want it to be too bright, so I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. I'm going to use my sponge to blend out this cream contour. I know that this contour is very deep, very dark, so I'm using just a little bit of it. It won't take very much. I'm going to use that same brush that I used to apply my concealer, and I'm just going to take whatever's left on that brush just to clean up this area right in here just a little bit. Like so. I'm going to use this Liquid Glow from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is in the shade Peach Fizz, and I am going to apply this to the highest parts of my cheekbone. This is going to be my highlight. This is a liquid highlighter, and I like liquid highlighters. I think once you get used to using a liquid highlighter that it works really well. It gives you that glow from within type of look, which is really, really pretty. Just going to put this Peach Fizz everywhere that I would normally apply my highlight is where I'm going to place this. And I'm not being shy with it. This is a really, really pretty color. Once I've applied my foundation on top, if I decide that I want to take it up a notch, I can always add some additional highlighter on top. But if I decide that I want to keep that soft, glowy type of look, then this is going to be perfect. I'm going to go ahead and set my under eye area before I get started with my foundation. I want to go ahead and lock that in so it doesn't start to crease. I'm using my RCMA No Color Powder for this, and I'm keeping this right up under the eyes. I'm not taking it down too far, just right up under the eyes. And I'm moving on to foundation. I'm using this much foundation on my mixing palette. Start off with this amount. It normally doesn't take very much of this foundation. And since I've already got some pigmentation on my skin already, since I've done my concealing first, it won't take as much foundation. So I'm using my usual Real Techniques foundation brush here. And I'm starting with my jawline, and I'm going to add in this foundation. I'm going to follow up with a sponge just to make sure that I don't have any excess product sitting on top of my skin. I want that foundation to be pressed into the skin or to mesh into the skin really nicely. I'm going to set my entire face using my RCMA No Color Powder. Just a light set. This is a matte foundation, so I don't have to set too much. Looks pretty. And I'm going to go ahead and spritz a little bit, add a little bit more moisture into this look before I move on to my other powder products. So I'm going to use my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, and I am going to go ahead and do a light misting of my face. And I'm going to add some blush, and I'm going to use the Juvia's Place Saharan Blush Volume 1. And I'm going to use this shade right here. This shade is called Toby, and this shade looks to be so pretty. I think I am going to adore this shade. Oh wow, that's a lot of pigmentation that came out. I'll tap that off just a little bit. And I'm just going to add a little bit of color to these cheeks, just a little bit. And you can still see that my highlighter is still coming through, but it's just really soft, not overdone. Very pretty. I'm going to warm up my face just a little bit more, and I'm using the Sephora Face Palette. This is in Deep, and I'm using this shade right here. This shade is called Jet Setter, and I'm just going to add just a little bit more warmth into this look. And now it's time to smoke out my waterline, and I am going to go back into this shade right here. This shade is called Matriarch, and I'm going to place this on my waterline just to give me a little bit more smokiness there. And I think I might add a little bit more of the Green Valley into my inner corner here. I normally would use a different color for my inner corner highlight, and I'm going to keep it the same. So yeah, we're going to go into Matriarch, and I'm going to smoke out this waterline. And I think I want to go into Clay and add this to my waterline as well. Put it right on top of that Matriarch. Not bad. And now for the inner corner, going back into Green Valley, which is this beautiful shimmery shade that I already have on my lid. And I'm going to make sure that that comes all the way into this corner. And it just kind of wraps around. And for my lips, I am going to go back to the lipstick that came with the Safari Raine collection. This is a lipstick in the shade Huntress. This is a beautiful shade of lipstick. It is perfect for the fall. So yeah, we're going to use this lipstick. I'm not going to use a liner with it. I'm just going to go in straight away. And this look is done. The Safari Raine palette from Colored Raine is a gorgeous palette. I also love the lipstick Huntress that was a part of the Safari Raine collection. The colors in this palette are gorgeous. Colors like Clay makes for a beautiful transition shade. If you're looking for a palette that's going to allow you to pull off some olive green looks, some vibrant green looks, but also be able to bring it back to some of those more earth tone types of looks, this palette would allow you to do that. The versatility is definitely there. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.